Well, hello there all you absolutely magnificent people, and welcome back to another episode of An Ecologist Plays, where we talk about nature while playing games. Now we are back in Towers of Aghasba, and well, it is a brand new day, it is a beautiful new day, and our town kind of has a wall around it now. So I've built a lot of those regal walls and the obelisks and some gateways, just so that we technically at least have some protection around our town. Not that it stops all the creatures coming in though, so we can still get predators in here, but I think it looks nice. Yeah. So the problem with the walls though is that, well, there's a gap. I can't find a way to actually close that gap, so this is as close as I can get the walls to each other. And another problem is that this is the large regal wall. I plopped it down, didn't want it to stand out like completely, so I sunk it into the ground, and yeah, now I can't actually remove it. So that is a slight problem. Now there is, I believe, a predator on the other side of this wall. Or there was, at least. Definitely heard something attacking us. Oh, there we go. It is a little Razzie, a little Spooder. Now it is attacking the local wildlife. So I guess it's up to us. If I could just shoot straight, that would be very useful. Leave our hairlope alone. Finally. Now, we now accidentally have a hairlope in our town. Anyway, we are not here to catch hairlopes. We are not here to do anything like that. Let's quickly check up on our rehabilitation effort on the slope over here. Because, yeah, it has grown. It has grown. I'm pretty sure it had grown, and now I can't see anything here. Oh dear. I know for a fact I replanted a lot last night. I also had about 1,000 amity, not 214. So it looks like my plants have vanished. And so too has my amity. Oh, there we go, my amity has come back. Alright, we lost a whole bunch of plants. That is quite sad, but you know what? That's early access. Let's have a look at our ecosystem though. Because we have few new creatures that have popped up, and I haven't scanned them yet, because I thought, you know what, we can do that together on the stream. So let's have a look here. These are some kind of giraffe-like creatures. They are herbivorous, so I am... This one also vanished. I am not in danger. That being said, just because something is a herbivore does not mean that you are not in danger. A Feather Snout, that was. Okay. There's also another little critter over there. And that is a Gogino. That's kind of a little turtle, tortoise, terrapin type creature. A Shelonian. There definitely seem to be fewer creatures here as well compared to normally. Maybe because I did kind of harvest this area quite a bit. It does say this ecosystem can't sustain any more plants. So for some reason, I can't see my plants. You know what? I'm going to reload the game. Okay, and we are back. This is how it was just before when I started. It was nighttime and then I slept. And it seems, well, yeah, all the plants here are still missing. My amity is again 214. But if I plant something, it goes up to 1,240. Okay, so that is fine now. Now, of course, we do need to scan this Feather Snout again. There we go. Again, all my plants are still missing though. So this is actually kind of sad. Alright, I have restarted the game entirely, and yeah, the game for some reason does not want to show me any plants. Over here at least. But I know for a fact I planted a lot of plants all along here last night. And for some reason it is all gone. You know what, we're not going to worry too much about that now. What we are going to do though is we are going to quickly restore the portal at the top here by the shrine. And then from there we are going to go back again to the tropical region, and then we'll start working on that. So by the power of video editing, we have arrived, and this means we should then be able... Here we go, we've got... It does say there we've got 1,240 amity, although only 200 something actually is showing. But we can turn that in. There we go, now all my amity is actually showing at the top there. And now we've got another portal over here, so we can easily travel to this high spot over here as well. And it is a bright new day. So now, there was something, before we head off completely, there was something that I wanted to have a look at. We saw some birds flying previously. and then I completely forgot to actually go check it out. I do need more chests, but I need more wood in order to make more chests. I've used all my wood for the walls, you know. But let's just quickly have a look there. I believe from Tahi's hut I saw some birds flying as well. Yes, this is of course Tahi's hut. And I thought I saw birds flying by the ocean, but this is basically by the ocean. Not there either. I do think there is... Oh, there does appear to be a new predator right over here. Now, this is not something we have seen before. Oh. That's a spike jaw. We are just going to have to... Ooh, wow, he is strong. It's over, Spike Jaw. I have the high ground. They are very, very well armored, though. Almost seems to have sensory barbels in front there. Maybe a little bit difficult to see, but it looks like it's got little sensory barbels that it can actually detect prey with. Maybe air movement. Maybe it's using it to actually pick up sounds. Sure. You see, this spike jaw over here has actually been going to town on the poor beetle pups in the area. May have been over-harvesting them. Just did a wee little bit of population control here. Now, I have no idea where I saw the birds flying because, well, we've run around a little bit. Still no sign of them. You know what? I think we'll do that later. But I did want to, before we left this ecosystem, I did quickly want to go have a look at those new creatures we found here at the ecosystem. Since I have constantly loaded and reloaded, we need to re-identify this. Feather Snout. Now, of course, so called because, well, they've got feather-like appendages right there on the underside, on the sides, actually, it seems, of their mouths. Of course, it's no real secret that this looks very similar to a giraffe. Largish ears. Could be for two things. Could be for excellent hearing, or it could actually be to increase surface area from which they can lose heat. Larger animals may have a problem keeping cool. So when you have large animals like elephants, for example, they, especially living in hotter environments like this technically is, they have got very large ears. They will have lots of blood flowing to their ears. They can flap the ears. They can cool down that way. They also have, elephants have a whole bunch of other secrets up their sleeve that I'm sure I'll talk about at some point. But this creature also, another thing about large creatures, unless they are in a very, very cold environment like woolly mammoths, for example, large creatures are most often quite hairless. And that is because, well, having hair or fur, or feathers for that fact, on something this big would trap a lot of heat and would result in it, you know, dying of heat stroke. So to keep cool, you have largely hairless and furless and featherless skin. So just a naked skin like this Feather Snout has is actually a perfect adaptation. Now, something we do also notice here in the front legs, you have got these two spurs. Now, the function of those spurs, I'm not sure. It could be twofold. It could be protection against predators. You can kind of bring your front legs up and jab it down onto the predator that's trying to attack you. Or it could be a way for males to fight for territories or for access to mates. So if this is a polygynous species, in other words, a male has many females, these spurs could jolly well be used to get control of a harem of females. If, however, this is a monogamous species, one male, one female, I would expect there to be very little sexual dimorphism, and that means males and females will look the same, and both actually have it. In that case, it is most likely for protection against predators. But if only males have it, well, I would say this is most likely for fighting other males, and any benefit it may give this Feather Snout against predators is a happy accident and a happy bonus. Interesting to also note, though, that these guys have got claws. Well, there we go, you can kind of see that there. 3 claws there on the front there, not hooves, nails. So this is not like our ungulates. This is definitely not related at all to giraffes, which have got 2 hooves at the bottom of their feet there. These guys have got more like hands almost. They're definitely not related at all to our giraffes. It is, however, a very, very good example of convergent evolution, where 2 completely unrelated species come up with very, very similar designs. In this case, long legs, long neck. The long legs may be to access browse higher up than most of the other animals around here, juva and all those critters, and the hairlope, for example. So having long legs allowing the Feather Snout here to browse on those epiphytes, for example, over there, those plants growing up there on the fat walker tree here. the longish neck, not that long, not as long as in giraffes. In giraffes, it is very often used for fighting other males. That may be one of the main drivers for a giraffe's long neck, but it also does give them even higher reach. Now this is very, very cool. I love the feather snouts. And for that matter, I love giraffes as well. Now giraffes do deserve our respect though, because, well, they are potentially lethal. There have been many cases of people actually dying because giraffes attack them. For example, if you get too close to a female giraffe with a calf, she may attack you. I am very, very sad about the fact that we've got no plants growing here. I really would have liked to see a flourishing ecosystem, but unfortunately, all the plants in this area have, well, disappeared. Hopefully, at some point, all the plants here actually do return as well. Okay, now, let's head on over to Midhaven, because, well, we have some things to do here still, some ruins to find and restore, but I will do that at some point. Let us now use the portal to actually travel back to Midhaven. Right, let's have a look here, a little bit to the southeast, right over there. I do believe it is. That, I believe, is where we can get our mounts. Or once we have restored it, we can get a mount there. Yes, you can see the hare lopes around. Hello there. Hello, rancher. Are you a jolly rancher? See these here noble beasts? These is hare lopes. Hare lopes is nobler than you or me. More majestic than the sun. Yes, ma'am. Problem is, I don't got a place to take care of these tender, magnanimous equestrians. If you can rebuild the Midhaven stable, I could make it worth your while. Hooves is a lot faster than feet, if you catch my drift. Alright, so let us rebuild it, shall we? What do we need? Lots of wood and some thatch. Okay, 8 wood, 6 thatch. That shouldn't be too difficult. I've been running around looking for thatch. I've got enough wood, but I don't have enough thatch. I have 1 thatch. I need 6, I believe, and I've got 15 wood and I need 8. And I have come across, well, what looks like some new ruins. So hello there, Olsen. What have you got to say? Oh, young adventurer, look at what the withered have done to our once mighty Shimu Museum. It's in smithereens. Oh, what travesty, what despair. Visiting this museum as a child is what inspired me to become our tribe's historian. How could the spirits have allowed this to happen? How will we remember our history? Oh, what calamity. Alright, so I'm going to inspect and let us get ready to rebuild the museum as well. We need wood planks, limestone and gold nugget. Now, limestone we can get. Wood planks we can't make yet. We will need to make a building to saw wood into wood planks. And gold nugget, I think we would be able to trade at Midhaven, with gold dust being exchanged for gold nuggets, if I'm not mistaken. Now I am going to travel back to Amani Island to actually go grab some thatch there, because I could not find enough here at all. I've got 2 of the 6 I need. But let's just see what Ajit also has to say. Thank you, little apprentice. Now that you've finally removed the ruined debris and got the tropical ecosystem growing, the real work can begin. It's going to take a lot of work to turn this sad rubble hole into something halfway adequate. We will not be able to restore Midhaven to the level we need all in one go. No, we shall do it in a matter of 3 tiers. I have written the list of materials we need for the first tier on the build posts. I command you to look at it. Off with you now. Allow me this time to contemplate. There is so much to build, little apprentice. So much. Okay, thank you, Ajit. Now, where's the build post? I think up here. Okay. Wood, stone, hide, and gold dust. I do believe we will be able to actually restore the first tier. I'm going to turn all of this in, and I know I just took away the sticks I needed for the stables. But now we need gold, dust, and hide. And, well, we've got a lot of that on Amani Island. In my chests there. Now, while running around looking for more wood before heading back to Amani Island, I have now, of course, stumbled upon our own little tropical ecosystem again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant some... Oh, wow, these are some new trees. This is a palm tree. You know what? I'm going to harvest this. And let's see whether we can also perhaps grab some tropical seeds. Yes, there are some tropical seeds. Have we... Yeah, we have scanned the macassas. Why should I have to climb it if I can just use my tethered bow to grab the seeds, eh? We've got the technology. There we go. grab 3 seeds. Now we can plant it. Get this ecosystem, this tropical ecosystem nice and thriving as well. I do wonder if we plant common seeds here, will it also just yield us fresh bushes? Or will this be something else? Yeah, that's also fresh bush. Salt fern, we haven't harvested before, so let's harvest it. Salt fern, you know, yeah, these do look kind of like some fern leaves or fronds I have seen. But being called a salt fern means that most likely it is accumulating salt in its body, allowing it, or in special cells in its leaves or in its stem, somewhere in its body, maybe in its tuber, because we are digging something out. Oh wow, that fresh bush really grows quick. Oh, this is a way to get thatch. Maybe we won't have to go back to Amani Island. Something is under attack over there. Something was decimated quite fast. Does make me kind of worried. What type of predator did that? Just gonna keep an eye open. Okay, so yeah, we can harvest these fresh bushes. And that means we won't have to travel back. Okay, something really is attacking everything in this area. So let's just go and stop it, shall we? Because that's the third thing being killed by whatever that is. It's a withered razzie. No, really. Stop it. The nice thing also about harvesting these fresh bushes, they don't take away any of your amity. So you can harvest a lot of them. We can plant a lot of them, harvest a lot of them. They grow nice and quick. And we get a lot of thatch that way. Well, now I know. Alright, now, I guess, back to town. And yeah, there we go. We've got enough thatch, enough wood. We can actually restore the stables. And there we go. By the spirits, now this is Swanky Digs for my here hair lopes. This year, one of my most prized lopes. Done name her Chingo B, and she's all yours now. I raised her since she was no bigger than a grape. Taught her to come anytime she done hears a whistle. And there we go, we have a mount. Now before I get onto the hairlope, I'm just going to turn it to daytime and grab everything else we need to restore Midhaven as well, and then we'll come and do that. Now, one thing I want to quickly do before we head off is just to check now whether all the plants have returned or not. Oh, they have. Oh, they have. Okay, you see, I planted a lot of plants here. It was just a matter of time though before it came back. Oh, thank goodness. You can see here how many I've planted. I mean, this is why I have, or had 1,200 amity. I planted, like, this is, I think, the 3rd time I've planted here. So every now and again I harvest and I replant immediately. But yeah, this slope here is definitely protected against erosion. And of course, now that all these plants are growing here, you can see they're all setting seeds. So technically, they would be a nice source population for seeds to actually blow into or roll into or wash into surrounding areas, so that from here, these plants can actually disperse into the areas where, you know, they were missing or they aren't growing. So like into this bare patch over here. Now, we do have a Razlith over there. I don't like having the withered Razlith around, so I like getting rid of them when I do see them. This is a corruption that we need to rip out root and stem. There's also a rough jaw. You know what? That's a natural predator. I'm going to leave him. The withered Razlith, on the other hand, that is an unnatural predator. Unless that rough jaw attacks us, we're not going to bother with him. Let's now check. Yes, you see. Suddenly all these plants also have returned. Oh, thank goodness. You know what? I was thinking about it. Even if all the plants disappeared, like the ones disappearing here, that's bad. I didn't like that. But the ones disappearing there where we rehabilitated that slope, I was okay with that. Because sometimes stochastic or unpredictable events, disastrous stochastic events can happen. And you can do everything right and rehabilitate an area perfectly. And then some unpredictable and unfortunate event happens. And all that hard work is for naught. Rehabilitation is sometimes a very, very sad thing. Because you do everything, you spend a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort doing it. And then it gets broken apart by a sudden massive fire coming through, a whole herd of your neighbors' cattle breaking through and eating all your plants, or a severe drought, a once in a 100-year drought, destroying everything trying to grow. I would like to observe you. Please don't teleport again. There we go. That there being the Cogino. Okay, I called it the Corijo earlier, but the Cogino. So this little critter, very, very tortoise-like in appearance. I guess next time we'll talk about him a little bit. For now, though, we are going to travel back to Midhaven. Let us go and restore Midhaven to Tier 1. And you know what? We've got a hairlope, may as well use it. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful creature. This skin of the hairlope is of course the pre-order one. So if you are on PlayStation 5, you had to pre-order the game. Or if you are like me on PC, you had to buy it before the 19th of December. It's a beautiful, beautiful skin. You know what? This does remind me very much of the Burchell's zebra, which we do have here in South Africa, plains zebra. The black and white, of course, but also those brown stripes right over there, what we call shadow stripes. We also have that on the plains zebra. Alright, so we can get off and let us be off to Midhaven. Alright, and here we are back in Midhaven. And let us turn it all in. So let us build tower level 1. Yay! Ajit, you look kind of unimpressed. Yeah. Oh no, Ajit. Little apprentice, exercise more caution. Are you trying to end me? Have you any idea what could happen to this village without its head architect? It would collapse, crumble. There would be chaos, corruption, cannibalism. Come, look at this, my apprentice. Look at all the Shimu down there. All demanding from me. Build me a home, Ajit. Build me a shop, Ajit. When are you going to build us a bathroom, Ajit? My family has nowhere to bathe. My family is filthy, Ajit. Ajit. It's enough to make you want to shout back. I'm working on it. Shame. It's fine. I'm fine. Come on, let's keep working. Of course, Ajit being the one in charge, but I do most of the work, so yeah. My gratitude upon you and Kulkan for building Midhaven up to tier 1. As my older brother always told me growing up, your best is not good enough. Do better than that. You must hold yourself to the same spectacular standard as I do myself, little apprentice. Now, we must continue building up our glorious mecca of Midhaven. The Shimu are depending on us, as they don't hesitate to remind me every 12 seconds. To expand Midhaven further, I must know about the surrounding area. We need to travel to Ishaya Shrine and rebuild it. This will give us a detailed map of the Ishaya region, which we are in. And when we do that, that will give us the map of this region. So yeah, next time we are going to have a look at that. But well, everybody, that is, I believe, where we are going to call it a day for now. Now, tomorrow I will be doing a live stream of Towers of Aghasba as well. And on Sunday, Nick and I will be live streaming Enshrouded as well. So come and join us for some nice relaxing streams and educational streams, hopefully as well, in those two games. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a wonderful day further and a marvelous weekend. And I will see you all next time. Until then, stay safe, everybody. Cheers.